Thank you everyone for joining us. We're going to be going through the third-party panel, so thank you very much for joining us. This year I've got a very special guest, Ian Reed, excellent photographer and hell of a guy. So he's going to be helping me out, keep me on track.
Hello, my name's Ian. Ryan asked me to come because he needed someone who is shorter, fatter, with a less impressive beard. So he gave me a call and I came. I did ask for the Britney Spears mics, but we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, we didn't want it to look like a TED Talk seminar.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to give it a shot here. Let's start off with Mass Toys. So if you guys notice, we do have a Mass Toys table set up outside, and they have their first product, Skiff and Gold. They've got a nice little backstory to everything as well. They have fiction built up into their characters based off the old War Within comics. They have other products coming out, so they have Stack. Here's a little render of them, so kind of see how that's going along. Cliff, again based on his War Within comic appearance.
That looks like a real good toy.
And a good-looking Temple Jet. I didn't realize we had a monitor down here. This is way better. And you can see here how detailed it looks. Button. And obviously the trio. X2 Toys, they were kind enough to send us samples for the cases. You'll see here this is a joint venture between C+ Customs and X2 Toys. They're going to be coming out with a figure called Destroy that will be compatible with the Combiner Wars lineup. Ooh. And here you can see the base on their popular background. So a good little homage to Teletran and the first season of G1.
That's a big chunk of heavy plastic too.
Yeah, it's a good looking display. The Reserve Soldiers. These are a Diaclone style figure. They have magnets on their feet. They're very posable, a lot of fun. So if you're into really tiny figures, this is your jam. Skycrusher. We have a prototype of this out in the case as well. He's roughly a liter-sized figure, and he is compatible with the newer Titans Return figures as well.
It's nice that they're doing that.
Yeah, it's nice to see something different and so refreshing. Giga Rated is a standalone figure. Very posable, lots of articulation. Really neat gimmick for the windows to open in the chest to reveal the matrix.
Tiny matrix.
So check them out. They'll have more images coming soon. Fans Hobby, very popular. Yeah. They've just been knocking it out of the park. First with Arch Enemy, and then they even improved on that mold with their Gunfighter. Megatooth, fantastic. Phelon, if you're not really enjoying the current Headmaster version. Gunfighter 2, and they improved on it. They improved parts of the mold. I think they filled in like the back part of the cab and improved on a lot of things. Fly Pro. They have nice details, like that chrome on the teeth and stuff like that.
Yeah, the wings are also really nice on this, better. Like they've got articulated wings that kind of curve around, which is nice.
And a nice little feature that comes with Fly Pro is he comes with a lot of extra faces and like flame accessories for the other parts of the Monster Squad. So very similar to the old sparking feature, just not as a big fire hazard like it used to be. Power Base. We have this sample out in the showcase as well. Very impressive looking figure. It's gone through a lot of mold changes.
Yeah.
But it looks to be very articulated, a lot of fun, actual interactive Power Master feature.
It's so big too. Like
yeah, he's big, he's beefy, and he should be.
Yeah.
So you'll be finally getting the trailers for the Gunfighters, and you'll see here, kind of hard to see in this light, but there's a big rifle that comes with it as well.
Cool.
DX9. They make some excellent products. The first new reveal is their We're still trying to figure out how to say the name. Richthofen?
Richthofen. The Red Baron.
There we go. There we go. That makes
We
more
have a
sense.
German fan.
Thank you, Professor. So you can see the accessories that he comes with.
That's all.
His girlfriend, the funny mask, his beating heart, and a flight stand as well.
That's cool.
Their big player, Gabriel. Very impressive looking Omega. Big fella. He'll have all the bells and whistles that we would all expect.
Except the
Montana. So this is another Masterpiece style design based on Optimus Prime.
I like the working door.
Yeah, it's slick. But it's a nice crisp design to form Attila, 50 centimeters tall. And here's a prototype sample of Montana to show how articulated he can be. And probably scared of everything. And you can see here he scales well with the larger Decepticon Masterpiece style figure. So that gives you kind of idea how big Attila is going to be. So stay tuned for a lot more images of that.
And continuing on with what they're doing, making it kind of look G1.
Yeah,
Very
it
G1.
is. It is very very G1 in appearance as well. I like that. I like the overall look of the chest and the legs. They're continuing with their War and Pocket line. They will have the last 2 dinosaurs coming out shortly, so stay tuned for that. And Furman.
For the Overwatch fans.
Yeah. For the Super Mario Brother fan and all this. Giga Power. Giga Power have been making the Gigasaurs, their Masterpiece gigantic style dinosaurs. So they've released a matte version and the chrome versions. They have the chrome and matte version of Grassor. Gutter is already out. This is the chrome version of Grassor that will be coming out shortly. A lot of fans really like the metallic look. Comes with a lot of accessories, different, a red face, a black face, sword, guns, missile launcher, the flame effects for the sword.
The flame effects are always really cool on these guys.
Especially when you use it in the dinosaur mode as well. And he's got the G1, like the toy translucent mask over the face. And there you can see the fire-breathing effect that the sword has in dinosaur mode.
Still waiting for someone to do a Canadian slag-colored version of one of these guys.
In time, maybe we could figure something out.
Sorry.
And again, you can see how articulated and how detailed it gets. I do like the face though. I like the angry murder face. G Creations. They started off with their Dinobot style combiner,
Yeah.
Shuriken. They put an Ultra Ultra Maximus. Yes. If you like panels, this is the figure for you. But he's super detailed. He's really articulated.
But the transformation looks like something from Age of Extinction.
Yeah, I did transform back and forth, and it was a fun ride. So they do have their version of the 6-shot coming soon. They've actually printed the sample. It's looking very nice. I like that you can mount the sword on the back like that.
Yeah. I also like that it's big and matches this.
Very
guy.
big.
Yeah.
So that's a good scale, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they will be having their movie statue series. So stay tuned for more information on that. They want to keep a little tight look at it, but they'll have stuff for public consumption soon. Iron Factory.
Yeah.
If anyone knows me, I love Legend style figures. They're my crack. I need that stuff to live. So they just came up with the Lord Scorpion, the comic book version. Even has a tiny little working headmaster.
Tiny.
Tiny, very tiny. Don't lose it. Like, don't drop it between your toes. It's gone. And they have the dark matter version.
Why are you barefoot?
I like to go barefoot.
All right.
The dark matter version, obviously an homage to Black Zarek. And they're Seekers. They're very popular IDW styled Seekers. They have a cool impact with this. So the Starscream comes with the Megatron gun. He comes with a cape and crown. He also comes with parts to make a Ghost Starscream, and so do they're called the Wings of Tyrant. So Starscream is the Wings of Tyrant red. There's blue and violet, and they all come with pieces to make a clear Ghost Wings of Tyrant.
Which looks really nice.
It does look really sharp, and that's in the case as well. But you gotta like that little cape. You gotta like the cape and the crown. It's a very sharp look. I can't pull it off, but he can. Bridge washer. Awesome little figure, so articulated. He comes with a lot of different hands for different poses and different looks.
And tiny shockwaves have just kind of become a thing. Like,
They're my
there's so
favorite
many
thing.
tiny shockwaves.
I love it.
I'm not
Bring them on.
complaining.
So this is Bazooka Hound, the first in their combat series. He's, again, very articulated. He has a lot of the similar weapons that he had as a G1 figure. Good looking vehicle mode. Armor bore. The brute of the team. You'll see they all have unique guns. All of the guns eventually combine into War Giant's rifle. And you see the tank mode here. And it's good, the tank moves up and down, and the turret spins around 360 degrees. And you can see the height difference. So in the cartoon,
Just like in the cartoon.
Bazooka Hound was much smaller than the rest of the team. So compared to Armor Bore, they're very different. But in combined mode, they're still the same size.
So tiny.
Boost Spear. Very popular character right now in the comics. Very detailed, very articulated, lots of posability. Comes with a little flight stand for his spaceship mode. Spin Vulture. This was like my favorite toy as a kid. I loved Vortex. And to see this,
I was a fan of Blast Off.
yeah. I remember flying him out the window the moment I got him, and then watching the propeller fly off, and then I cried a lot. But it's okay, I found it in a million pieces. And you can see the vehicle mode. And so the front of the cockpit of the helicopter becomes his handgun, and the arm turrets can attach in different spots. Here's Cannon Chariot, the leader of the team.
Great names.
It's a fantastic name.
Yeah, the names are all awesome.
He's got a nice beefy look to him too. You can see the alt mode. That's the railgun that attaches to the back of War Giant. So you see what I'm talking about there? You can see how both of the leg pieces are still the same size.
Got that in the show.
You see he's got the toy.
Yeah, it's
colored.
got the wrong chest, but it still looks really good.
Yeah, it still pops.
Yeah. No, it looks really nice, and it's like Voyager size. when
Yeah,
all combined,
he's a
which
big
looks awesome.
fella, and it's really articulated. It can hold the gun really well when the gun's all combined. It can also hold Bridge Watcher.
Just like in the cartoon.
That's right. It's a sharp looking figure. Blaze Dash. They're racing bros.
These are, well, this one and the next one are both really cool. Like just
Incredibly
like
detailed.
posing is really fun.
And what's unique is they're both different molds, but they have the exact, like they have a very identical alt mode.
Yeah.
And you can see he's got his rocket launcher and flamethrower gun. Very, I mean, look at the ankle tilts on a Legends figure is always good by me. And he's got his pile drivers.
Oh, nice.
That's a slick looking race car mode. His brother Bolt Sprint. Again, you can see here it's the hood of the car is the feet, so it's similar, but the alt modes almost look identical. So you can see his arrogance.
Yeah, that pose.
Yeah, come at me, bro. And his hand cannon will be an accessory as well. And you can see too, just like on his shoulders, he has the little rocket launchers kind of molded into the shoulders. You can see the exposed end in the back. So it's very similar in how the red version looked.
I mean, in close up, you can see the seam and
Oh,
everything.
yeah, for
but
sure.
side by side, they look great.
Wow.
Spark Toys, they have released one figure last year. Their version of the War Within Optimus Prime. Big figure, super detailed, really nice feel to it. Got a lot of good reviews.
Shiny.
Very shiny. STO2 is their take on War Within Megatron. Very Dawn-inspired look.
Yeah, and it's out there right now. Right?
Yeah, we actually do. We have both modes in the case. I love how the arm cannon looks right on the forearm there. That looks super cool. Very articulated, lots of range. Comes with that old sword from the G1 toy.
Yeah.
Wish more Megatrons came with that sick looking sword. Triple for stuff. There you can just see the old War Within style.
Big cow catcher,
Yeah, that big cowcatcher in the front.
as most tanks have.
Yeah, when the bodies hit the floor, you gotta do something with them.
It's gorgeous.
A lot more detail. I like the panel lighting and stuff like that. It's gorgeous. I like these pictures too. They got a really good look. End of the road. Something, something. I forgot the line. It sounds familiar, but I don't remember it.
I'm not very good at it.
SDO3, their take on War Within Grimlock.
It's gonna be big.
It's going to be a huge figure. I like how beefy it looks, how muscular it is. And you can see he's got the guns. The guns can store inside the wings. He's got the shell-style tank.
Yeah, they went all in on the War Within look.
Yeah. This is the stuff I wanted 15 years ago, but I'm perfectly happy to get it now. And weapon storage. And you can even, it looks so cool as a tank like that, like the 6 cannons.
Not that good as a dinosaur though.
No. And you can combine the cannons with his handguns as well. TFC Toys. They have been killing it with their Combiner series. So their final release in the Poseidon Combiner is 1,000 kills. I love how articulated each little tentacle is.
The Seacons have been great.
Yeah.
And I just like the colors as well, like just the pastels and blues. And they
Yeah.
all look good together.
Like I display a lot of my stuff in robot mode, but I like the look of the sea modes, the sea creature modes.
Yeah.
I think that's where it really shines.
Well, they got a lot of character.
Yeah, especially this one. So here you can see, as with all the other Poseidon Combiners, they form an arm, a leg, or a weapon. You can see the leg mode and the weapon mode.
Standard gun.
Yeah, that's exactly what all guns look like. But this is the coolest. It wants to hug you. Look at the grin on the face. Look how toothy grin.
Yeah.
That's what my cat looks at me like. Feed me or else.
I like that it almost looks asymmetrical. Like it doesn't look
Yeah.
necessarily like straight down the middle. It just
Yeah.
looks fun.
So you can see the fully combined Poseidon figure look amazing on a shelf. So that's 6 figures. Well, that's 5 figures there. All their weapons combined into that large handheld weapon. There you can see the gun mode. Now, there's an accessory pack that comes with 1,000 kills to allow you different stands and different gun modes as well. We'll see that in just a moment here. But there he is with all 6 figures, one of the figures being the weapon, the handgun. Like how awesome that is.
Looks delicious.
All surf and turf, hold the turf. So here you see the accessory pack. There's the different colors there that go well with the different characters if you need the stand mode, or even as a
color
handgun.
match, basically.
Yeah. So there you can see all those parts combined into the handgun. You can switch up the colors, or the stand mode for the guns as well. A little more detail on the colors there. Raging Bull. This is part of the Trinity Force Combiner, which is an homage to, help me out here, thank you, Road Season.
Yeah.
The packaging on these are great.
Ah, it's so sharp. And I like how they're slender, they're very, it looks like an anime, you know?
Yeah.
So again, with all the TFC stuff, this is also a Brainmaster too. So just like the original Victory cartoon, you put the little figure in the chest and it can slide up into the head.
The victory sounds fun in my head right now, just looking at it.
I think the vehicle mode looks great too.
Yeah, like even the accessories for the headlights and stuff. So you see him with in vehicle mode with the accessories. The sword combines into a big sword for the combiner as well. Red Knight, their second release, almost ready to go. And another impressive looking figure. But again, I like the vehicle modes. I love how sharp that looks.
Yeah, vehicle and packaging kills it for me.
Yeah. That's eating with your eyes. That's what that is. I got that pulls me right in. And again, the accessories, the guns, the sword, the Brainmaster. It's a good looking team. So here's their leader, Wild Hunter. He'll be the bigger of the two, or of the three, sorry.
Yeah.
And with most TFC figures, they do try and keep as much articulation for the individual figures.
I'm just looking forward to seeing it painted up.
Yeah, this is going to look real sharp. Because they've been doing really good with their color schemes.
Yep.
And here is the Trinity Combiner.
The standard chest.
Yeah. And a big V for victory on his chest there. And there is with the combined guns, or sorry, the combined swords to a mega sword. And they're just going right out. Satan is the next combiner.
Ladies and gentlemen, Satan.
A hell of a weight.
Finally, can add him to my collection.
And they're actually working on the tooling right now, so hopefully these come out real quick, because I love abominings. Their next reveal is a Rolling Thunder Commander.
Looks like it's gonna take.
So it'll be another. It's nice to see them doing a figure that's not a combiner.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
let them kind of flex their creative muscle.
Hopefully an improvement on the one from way back.
This is an improvement on the way.
I think anything is really.
So Bad Cube.
Alright.
Bad Cube have been really good about doing the mini bots. They did an excellent. The Sun Search was a really cool homage to.
Yeah, very popular.
And they did the
Warpath.
Warpath and Trailbreaker and Hoist. They've done the big guys too, but they just released Grump and Slick. Wonderful figures. And their first figure, way back before they were even Bad Cube, when some of the members were still in Cubex,
Yeah.
they had Huff. So they actually, over time, wanted to improve it, and I think they really have. And they're going to do Piper, which is a separate mold entirely. So you can see that's the old Cubex Huff, as opposed to the new Bad Cube Huff. So they've made a lot of improvements. You can sort of see there in the back end.
Yep. And the paint probably won't chip and fall apart.
Fingers crossed. And it looks good with their other mini style robots. I would hardly say Warpath is a mini figure though.
No, they did a really good job at least compressing it down.
Oh, amazing job. So he looks good there with their other previous mini bot releases. Wei Zhang.
Oh.
Kind of a surprise entry. They're usually known for doing oversized figures.
Yeah.
I will give that Voyager Megatron on the Threat in the World, though. It's really cool.
Oh, I got the battle damage one.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
They're going to go right out off the bat.
Holy
Ultimate Guard. With some little dude. He doesn't have a name yet. So we're just going to call him Little Dude.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Little Dude. Little Ultimate Guard. So it'll be your pretty standard Omega Supreme. It's kind of adorable. I like how big the head is on that tiny tank.
Yeah, the tank looks fast.
Rising Force is a new company, and they're going to jump right into the Stunticons.
Like this a lot. It's got the cab feet, it's got the head box.
It's got a nice chest to it, too.
Yep, absolutely.
Like, it looks like everything's there.
Yeah.
You see a nice close-up of his
It's just angry as
smiling face.
Yeah.
He's-
Why is my head in this box?
You can't see anything in here. And it's a good-looking vehicle mode, too. It doesn't look like the cab can turn, but I don't ever remember him making a corner anyways in the show. He was just going through people.
He didn't do a lot.
Yeah.
Drive straight.
He was angry. That was his role in the show. But it looks cool. I'm looking forward to seeing more of Rising Force.
Yep, absolutely.
Generation Toy.
Alright.
They've been killing it too. Their GT Gravity Builder. We got to show that prototype 2 years ago now, and that was such a cool thing to see right at the gate. It was a nice surprise. They've done the Green Shadow. I believe there's actually a sample of that out in the Chosen Prime.
Yeah,
booth,
and it
looks awesome.
Looks really good all backlit
Yeah.
and everything. This looks great.
Tyrant. So here you see a colored sample. So that's almost ready to go. We should be seeing reviews and more pictures flooding the interwebs very shortly.
I'm very excited to see alt mode because I think it's going to look fantastic.
Yeah. I want to see how well the arm can hold that cannon up. I think that's a big factor.
Yeah.
GT3 OpX just came out.
Yep.
Awesome figure too. If you like the IDW line, it's perfect. Generation toy. What was it? Was it just supposed to be jazz? I never knew how to say.
Jeffers.
But I had to put this in because the paint app on it was so awesome that
Yeah, the pearlescent.
oh, it was outstanding, and it's such a cool jazz figure. The mini leaders. These were you could get Tyrant as a model kit and
Yep.
break your fingers putting them together, but it was a lot of fun. These actually come as a 2-pack together, already pre-assembled.
That's what I want. I'm lazy.
So
For all you Zone fans.
yeah, and we actually got a little video of how it works. It's sideways for a reason. It would never stop spinning on my shelf. Drive my cat insane. Guardian GT8
It's a combiner.
Combiner. So they've already got the samples in what, a T3 maybe?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
My favorite part about that is just the laptop in the background.
This is what we used to design it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be impressed to see what they did with the way that the chest, the windshield meets the chest, if it's open or if it's shut. But it looks good. It's a good looking figure. Boom, Optimus Primal. So I'm not sure if anyone saw that there was like fan art a couple months ago with different characters, like a G1 figure would turn into a Beast Wars character, or like an animal mode.
Yeah, an animal mode instead of a Lamborghini or.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this was one of the characters in that kind of fan art. So I think that was maybe a teaser for what was coming. But like, that's got such an impressive stance to it.
The ape almost looks like it's made of like paper. Like
Yeah, it's a very origami look.
Yeah, exactly.
But it also looks like it could kick my ass in a street fight.
Yeah.
Like even as the toy, man. Like look at, like you can see a tongue in there. That's a lot of detail. I like that.
Love my robot tongue.
And there you go. So there's a teaser. So that Lamborghini we're talking about turns into a bull, and then who knows what that Liger is? Ligers. Transmission. Again, very cool IDW style combiner.
Yeah, the
Hack team.
Stuckatoons.
It's so awesome to see that combiner come to life. And a lot of detail, very good paint applications, fun transformations. The guns combine into a very believable single rifle for the Havoc combiner.
Yep.
But I love the paint. Like I love the look of that.
I like their head sculpts too.
Yeah. Everyone's been talking nothing but good praise about Revolt. It's very true to the comic book, but very posable, very fun figure.
Yeah.
A lot of articulation. I love the head sculpt, like you said.
There's something about the yellow of the race car that always pops out in the Stuntacons.
Yeah, and to have the 6 wheels too, it's
Yeah.
a sharp look. It's a unique look. But I love it. I like the look of the engine exposed on the back. The big fat tires in the back. And
Yes.
powertrain.
I like how they did the cab feet on this and still let it have like the articulation and everything.
Yeah. To fold up and really flex their muscle. So I like that the trailer becomes that little battle station, and then this. The back-to-back turret is the polite way to put it.
Turret or toilet?
Double toilet.
Double toilet.
With grips.
Yeah, with grips, yeah. You gotta hold on tight. Oh, there's a back button. I just really like it.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, we made this thing.
But it is cool. It's a cool thing to do with it. Like if you want to leave them in individual bot modes, you have kind of a way to display their weapons and stuff, or the big sword. There's the truck mode. That's a sharp-looking truck mode.
It's great.
Yeah.
Just to compare. What scale?
What scale? Scale to what? And there it is, fully combined. So they'll be releasing more and more images of the 5th member as well soon, but they wanted to at least show you what the combined Most likely.
I think it's super interesting what they did with the arms and how they kind of basically just transform into the upper arm.
Yeah.
And have everything else kind of separate from that.
Yeah. It's a good take on it. Fans toys. Obviously, you've seen some of these figures out in the case. Apache looks incredible out there.
Looks really good.
Lots of articulation. Coot. Coot looks really good in hand.
Yeah.
Really, really good in hand.
Yeah, the seam doesn't bother me
Yeah.
nearly as much in
No.
hand as it does in picture, but in pictures it does bother me.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they didn't send the little target master, which would have been really
Yeah.
cool to see, but he still has his G1 rifle. Terminus Giganticus takes up 45% of the stuff. So
You had to remove a shelf
I
to
did.
get them in there.
I was so happy we got all these big shelvings, and we had to kill one of the rows. But it was worth it, because it's
Yeah.
awesome. And he's got backlit eyes. There's LEDs in his
Both
in
hands.
both hands, in like the claw hand and the rocket ship hand. You got an optional cod piece. I'll take it in the display model. I'll pop that piece off, and people can see his bear crotch.
Oh, this is gonna be the best.
Yeah. That's a really cool base mode. Even the front of the rocket ship unfolds, and you can load little dudes onto it. Perfect Fusion is a offshoot of Fans Toys. It's just Fans Toys. Subsidiary, yeah. So they have Cesium coming out, which is their kind of a redo of their first slag.
Beryllium.
Beryllium, yeah.
I forget the name too.
Yeah. But you can see here, it's a cool looking dinosaur mode and a cool looking robot mode. And here's their second Perfect Fusion figure. Coitus? What did we decide on?
Coitus?
Coitus?
Quietus? Quietus? Quietus.
Coitus on the set.
Yeah.
But look how cool that is. How G1 that Cyclonus is. But sometimes G1 isn't for everyone.
No, you don't always want G1.
No. But it's cool looking back. It's not, a nose going hanging down the back. But he's got the nice rabbit ears. Florey has the IDW look.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't want G1.
Yeah, sometimes you just don't. But he's got the cool different horns. He's got the hip skirts as well.
It's interesting.
It's a hell of a sports car. So here he is with other friendly figures from Fans Toys.
but not
Fans Toys.
No.
And here you see the accessories, the G1 rifle. He's got a target master, the different lengths of sword, hip skirts, and accessories.
One horn or two horns?
One horn or two horn. Even has like the little burnt off part that's neat. I like the cheeks. They got the
Just
they
looks
got the
upset.
look. Yeah.
Look how angry he is.
He's very angry. That's a slick looking flight mode. Mastermind. So Ian knows more about these guys than I do.
I like them, but yeah, this is Alpha. This is the kind of take on Wing here, and this is a really nice kind of alt mode. And then this guy looks like just wields a sword really nicely, and surprisingly posable for the size of those shoulder kind of pauldrons.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about at first too, but it seems to be able to stand just fine.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
absolutely fine. There is
Slick dash.
jumping with swords, holding a sword in.
That's
a
the one thing my
different
mother told me never to do is don't run with swords. And so far I haven't. Give me the chance.
Don't run with swords. All right. And there's the alternate red head crest that's going to be in the first set because I guess in the revision version of the comic, they changed the color a little bit to separate him from Drift.
Well, it's a good choice. I like it. But I like the big wings on the side of it too. It's a,
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen it, it is out in the Mastermind's creation booth
Yeah,
in the dealer room.
absolutely. And here's Beta.
The Alt Beta.
Yeah.
It's a slick looking murder car.
Yeah, and I love this deco.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it in actual production. But
Yeah.
and these have gone through a very drastic change from when they first came out. So this is the first time people are seeing this alt mode, and I think it looks really nice.
I think so too. Good looking robot mode too.
Mm-hmm.
I like the rifle. It was a good choice.
Yeah. This some of you may have lined up for, some of you may have got. This is the Calidus Asterix mode, based off the current Lost Light deco that's out there.
I like that this was kept under lip for so long. I like that the surprise for fans seeing that this was coming out so soon.
Yeah.
Like, it's like it gives it that extra layer of excitement when you get to the show.
It's that little Apple thing of being like, oh, and it's available tomorrow.
Yeah.
So.
But I love the colors. It pops. It works with them.
Yeah, and I hope everyone that got one, everyone that wanted one got one, but
Fingers crossed.
yeah, it did go fairly quickly. Oh, wonderful photographs.
Yeah. I mean, all credit to the guy who took the photographs. I said pictures and
Yeah,
photographs.
pictures.
Pictures, yeah.
This is their Oberon,
Oberon, yeah.
which is,
Obsidian.
thank you.
You're welcome.
And there's
Jazz.
Jafur's. This is Whirl with the sword. The sword actually fits really well. Like, so there's a claw hand, and then there's a little tiny
Notch
clip on the inside,
Yeah.
and it fits really well.
Oh, good.
And that, what we didn't have was the picture of the Gerwalk mode.
Yeah.
Oh, this. Oh,
This is
yeah.
Tarn. This is Tarn.
Oh, you guys wanted to see this, eh?
Yes.
Hey.
So this is the Beast.
Yeah.
I don't think they have a working name for it yet.
No. And this is Alpha.
That's pretty cool.
I think it's gonna be.
It's gonna be a big hit.
Yeah.
It's already a big hit. I want it. I want like 6 of them. I want a whole line of robot animals. Tiny robot animals. And this thing.
Yeah, this is one that people have been pretty excited for.
Yeah,
I think-
Tyrantron.
Yeah.
And
Two in one.
all the different accessories that comes with it to give him the different looks throughout his career, I guess you could say. From miner to warlord.
Yeah.
All the cool different looks. Okay, there's his jet mode.
Yep. And
There he is as a humble miner. With a flail.
swinging his humble minor flail. Yeah. Humble minor drill tank.
Well, that fits the form and function.
Yeah. And then you can replace the drill in the front with the G1 style
Yeah,
kind of
and
blaster.
I really like that.
Yep.
It's such a good look. And there's his drill tank with the drill, with a fusion cannon. Take that, rocks. And this is a really cool turnaround.
Yeah.
So very well done, my friend.
Yeah, and it's a very imposing figure on a shelf.
Even like the step forward look is
Yeah.
such a good. It pulls it off so well.
This is the Ox Remix Vultures, and they're on display as well.
Yeah.
They transform into cassette size things.
Actual cassette size.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're again super detailed. Lots of articulation. Lots of little.
I didn't realize how much I wanted a posable kind of laser beak until I started putting it around the house, like on top of displays and stuff, and made it watch me.
Form and function.
Yeah. Fits in a ghetto
It's
blaster.
probably a tease, like that's not a teaser, that's just an actual ghetto blaster that fits tapes.
Yeah. But these guys are cool and heavy, and they use magnets really well.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun little option, or fun feature, I should say.
Yeah.
But that's cool, like that's an actual real life cassette size.
Yeah, and go well with Ravage.
And speaking of a slick Walkman, that is a teaser for the next figure though, that's Bruticus.
Yeah.
Is that cassette. So there you see how cool these look, and then a working transformation.
Yep. Here's the first one of the next repaint, which is Catcall, based off of Howlback.
Yep.
And then
Uproar
from Garbo, which is these
Yeah.
are the two Cobalt Sentry
Yep.
Warriors. They're the blue kind of repaints of the Ravage and
Laserbeam.
Laserbeak. There we go.
There's the Führer.
Fur.
Führer. Führer.
No.
Am I saying it wrong? Very.
Where's that German guy?
Yeah.
Fervor.
Select like the pile drivers. Trevor, I can't remember that name.
No.
Trevor.
Tree
But these guys look good. I think they're gonna be fairly popular. I think people have been waiting for these as well.
Yeah.
Pile driving action.
It's a very cool action shot.
Yeah.
So you see an actual like sample size. Comes with that little base to stand in.
Yeah, that looks like crushed rock.
Yeah. There's his best friend, Hound.
I know.
I think that looks really nice.
I think that looks really neat.
Yeah.
Render form. If you guys haven't never met Azim, he's awesome.
Yeah.
He's got a little booth set up outside, selling his upgrade kits.
Yeah.
Which have made a huge difference
On a lot of figures.
rather
Yeah.
bland figures.
Also, he's got the police car girl. I always forget her name from our ID.
Strong arm.
Strong arm.
Yeah.
He's got a
Like
he's
a
got
full,
like a,
that printed, it's
yeah,
unreal.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah, and he does that just, I mean, that's not really for public sale, it's just, that's what he likes to do in his spare time. That's,
Yeah, it
that's
looks
awesome.
really good.
So, sorry, I should point out, so this is the Maelstrom kit to upgrade your Combiner War Cyclonus into a more than meets the eyes style Cyclonus. So it has a new comic head, and it's all mode compatible. The horns flip back so the head can be transformed into the all mode. Ancient sword accessory with hand-painted details. A limited run of 100. And there's also the that spark blue version from the comic where he gets the energy flowing through the sword.
Yeah.
So the Mad Emperor kit, I know a lot of people are looking forward to this.
I'm looking forward to it.
I think this looks awesome.
Yeah.
So he fixed a lot of the flaws that the original Galvatron...
Especially from about here up.
Yeah, and that useless, whatever that was.
Yeah.
So it's available in both colors, the Takara and Hasbro colors. The head can store in the chest, just no problem. It has 3 different faces, 3 swappable faces. Light pipe eyes, a side cannon adapter.
In case you need him to be crazy.
Well, yeah, he is mad.
Yeah.
And G1 gun.
Or happy.
Happy, angry.
Yeah.
And here's the Barbaric Emperor. So this is more of the current IDW style Galvatron.
Yep.
With that savage looking battle axe and the pointier horns.
Yeah.
But that looks really cool. Like that's definitely what I want to do to my Takara one. I think that looks perfect.
Cool.
And then there's the Commando Ordinance, which is a bigger rifle for the Combiner Wars Bruticus. And it comes in a lot of different flavors for the different versions of them. Even Fruticus gets one.
Fruticus.
And there's Titans Return deluxe weapons. So turn the 4 warriors, get their better upgraded guns. Even Willie has an option for the V-shaped slingshot, or like that kind of big U, the hard uppercase U.
For Willie's battle mode.
Yeah, but it's a nice set. KFC, finger looking good toys. So Strato Tanker is out in the case, all 3 modes, very G1 looking.
Giant wings.
Yeah, huge wings. Big jet mode. What's cool about the tanker, the truck mode, is the cab can come off no problem, and it's about the same size as like a Masterpiece Bumblebee.
Yeah.
The G1 Masterpiece Bumblebee. Very, very neat, and even when it's transformed, everything's solid. Like it doesn't seem like there's going to be a disconnect because that part can come off.
Yeah, the Tanker mode's really good.
Yeah. Kingzilla, out in case as well. This is such a cool. I love the Horicons.
Yeah, I love the headmaster on this too.
Yeah.
Just a row of teeth.
Comes with all the accessories. He's got his double cannons. He's got little rocket flares for the back of the car. It even like comes with his chest guns.
Yep, he's got a light up feature inside the canopy.
Yes, that's right. He does. There's one of those little watch batteries goes in the canopy and it has a light up cockpit. Very cool look. So you can see they're going to be dabbling into the Power Masters as well. Their own take on Buster and Hydra.
They combine.
Psych, no they don't. And those are really cool with robot modes. I love that. Those are the figures I always wanted as a kid, but I could never get my hands on them. So to see these in like a Masterpiece style,
Yep.
love it. X-Transbots,
Since 2008.
Klaatu. What a cool looking figure. So he's out in the case, and he comes with all sorts of accessories. He's got the alien pickup, tractor beam.
Yeah, and the
And the-
tentacles at the back.
Yeah, the little space spore that attaches the back of him.
The thing that killed me was just the size on that. It's like the top part of a volleyball.
He's big.
Yeah, he's a big chunky man.
And his bug spray, oddly suggestive bug spray.
Triple X.
Krakow. Transbot is also, X-Transbot's also getting into their Masterpiece Combiner style Stunticons. So Krakow, they released these, and what did they say, like the estimated price point was like $40 a
I think it's $35, $40.
Something like that. That's, I mean, that price may change, who knows, but that's kind of what they're going for. And they look really nice, very G1 inspired. Flip out.
Very G1 inspired.
Yeah, even like the long like hip skirt from the animation on Flip Out. Death Wish. So somber. Overheat. I think this is my favorite looking one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the wheels on that, the overall face, the colors on the face.
The motor in the middle of his chest.
Yeah. Gravestone.
Once again, great cab feet and a head in a box. That's all I ask for.
I like the chest. Monolith.
That looks fantastic.
Yeah, and they gave him elbows, so he's not just like the cartoon where he's just
Frankenstein.
Yeah, Frankenstein with wrist guns. But no, I think that looks cool. He's going to be about 49 centimeters. And that's pretty much it. So thank you everyone for coming out.
Thanks so much.
It's been a pleasure. Say thanks to